Hi guys, today I'd like to show you my CD collection. This is most likely going to be a two-part video because I tried to record it in one video and it was almost an hour long, and I think that's a bit too long, so I'm gonna split it into two videos. These are in no particular order except almost alphabetically. So let's start with this one. It's Clayman by In Flames. And I got this for my birthday, I think my 18th birthday, from a friend from high school. It's a really cool album. I don't use the word epic a lot to describe things, but this is a really epic album because it just kind of makes you, I don't know, makes you want to go out and slay a dragon or something. It always gets me really pumped up. Then we have Music for the Recently Deceased by I Killed the Prom Queen. I'm sorry for the traffic noise, it's late afternoon, so I really liked this band for two songs, so I thought I'd buy the album, but actually the album isn't that great. I haven't actually listened to it a lot in its entirety. Get What You Give by The Ghost Inside. I'm not gonna say it's a cool album for every album I show you because most of the ones I like a lot, so can't remember when I got this. I think 2014 or 15. No, maybe 2013. I'm not sure, but I really like it. It's produced by Jeremy McKinnon, the frontman of A Day to Remember. And I think he has a singing part in one of the songs, but I don't know which one. Okay, then we get to the first of a few AC/DC albums. This is High Voltage, and it's the first AC/DC album I ever got. It was also a birthday present, like many of the CDs I have. I think when I was 13, maybe. And it's the album that got me into AC/DC because I didn't know them very well before then. But one of my friends in school, he had this one and he introduced me to AC/DC, I guess. Then we have Highway to Hell. Pretty sure this is my favorite AC/DC album by quite a long shot. Next is Let There Be Rock. Not as good as Highway to Hell, but there's some very cool songs on this. Power Rage. I think that's how you say it, but I might be wrong. Another cool one. It's got some less than good songs, but overall it's still really good. Then we get to the Brian Johnson era, I guess. I don't think you can tell very well, but it's called Back in Black. Maybe their most famous album. Some of these boxes are kind of scuffed, which is a bit of a shame. I prefer the cardboard covers though, over the plastic ones. And then the last AC/DC album I have is Black Ice. Again, not their best, but there are some cool songs. Death Dealers by Adept. I hate to use genre classifications, but I guess you would call this hardcore, metalcore. I really don't know. I bought this after seeing them live on a festival, and I was really pleasantly surprised. My only gripe with this album and with the band in general is that they tend to have pretty weird spelling mistakes or grammar mistakes. I assume because they're Swedish, but it kind of bothers me if the language is just wrong or incorrect or weird. Atreyu, Lead Sails, Paper Anchors. I used to be really into Atreyu, but I think I kind of grew out of it when I realized that a lot of their songs are very cheesy, and for some reason that turns me off now. August Burns Red's Thrill Seeker. I really like this cover. It's like a collage skeleton with bullet teeth. Really cool album, very different from this one, Messengers. Probably due to the fact that there's a different vocalist on this album, but yeah, I don't know, the whole style is just very different, and both are equally good, I think. Nightmare by Avenged Sevenfold. I think this was the first album after their previous drummer died, which would explain the death theme with the gravestone and everything. This was a birthday present from Lara a few years ago. And to be honest, I haven't listened to it that much. But I do like one song, I just can't remember which one it is. I think Buried Alive. Numenon by Bear. They're a Belgian band. And again, I wouldn't know how to classify them genre-wise. But it's really heavy music and really complex in terms of time signatures, which might put some people off, but I like that kind of music. And it has the brightest orange album cover. Okay, then we have two Ben Howard albums, Every Kingdom and I Forget Where We Were. I got this one first, which is logical because it's older. And they're very different. Every Kingdom is a lot more cheerful, I guess, and lighthearted, whereas this one is a lot more dark and ambient and a bit moody, I guess. But again, I like them both equally, although I think I slightly prefer Every Kingdom. But I guess that's just because I knew that album first, so. That's probably the reason why it just sticks more. Magic Potion by the Black Keys. And Attack and Release, also by the Black Keys. The Black Pacific. I'm guessing the album is also called The Black Pacific, because it doesn't say a specific title. I got to know this band on the same festival as where I first heard Adept. It was on the, what's it called? The alternative stage. And we were waiting for Rise Against to come up on the main stage. So we went to check out this band, and where at least I was very pleasantly surprised. Although I'm not a huge fan of the album, it's not one I regularly listen to, but it has some good songs. Fever by Bullet for My Valentine. I got this in London, as you might be able to tell from the sticker, for the measly sum of £3. Again, kind of the same story as Atreyu, and also like Avenged Sevenfold. I just kind of grew out of it because I yeah, I mean, why do you grow out of certain music? It's getting older. But particularly with Bullet for My Valentine, I think they're very cheesy. If I listen back to some of the songs I really liked in high school, it's bordering on embarrassing that I liked for some songs. Fleetwood Mac, Rumors. I got this for Christmas from my sister's boyfriend. Note the cleverly placed Christmas balls or whatever it is. I'm kind of jealous of my sister and her partner because they have this album on vinyl and it looks so much cooler with the big record sleeve. A quite drastic genre switch. The Eminem Show. I don't even know when I got this. I think when I was in the second year of high school, I think. And I was just in a very short rap phase. So it's safe to say I haven't listened to this in 10 or 12 years. And probably never will either. Death by Sexy by the Eagles of Death Metal. Just really fun kind of rock, like rock music that makes you smile because of all the innuendos and the comic value. The very best of Canned Heat. And I still only know 2 of the songs. I knew On the Road Again and Going Up the Country. So I thought I should buy a Canned Heat album. But I maybe listened to it 3 or 4 times and that's it. This is pretty special. It's the first EP of a good friend of mine. It's called Before You Leave by Camille Foy. And it's an EP, so it only has 4 songs. But it's a pretty big deal if you're... I mean, she's not nationally famous or anything. But I'm sure she'll get there someday. And lastly for this video is High Times by Jamiroquai. It's a compilation CD because I wanted too many songs and the only way to get them all was either to buy 3 or 4 different records or buy this one compilation album. But it's got all the hits. I mean, Space Cowboy, Virtual Insanity, Cosmic Girl, Alright, Canned Heat. Those are all my favorites, so I'm glad I got this. and it's fun to learn the bass lines. Jamiroquai is kind of a funny one because I used to listen to it a lot when I was really young, like 9 or 10 years old, because my brother had the synchronized album. And I really liked it, but I don't know, I kind of forgot about it, I guess. But then through school I got back into Jamiroquai. So I got this, but I'm still thankful to my brother for introducing me to them, I guess. They're a band. Yeah. My shoulder keeps snapping all the time. Okay, those were all the CDs I wanted to show you today. I have another stack that's about the same size, but I'll save that for part 2. Okay. Thank you for watching. I hope you found this somewhat interesting to get a glimpse of my musical taste. There's a lot of music that I don't have on CD. Probably because I downloaded a lot of it back in the day because it was just easier. Yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.